Just to set this up, we're going to make something like this with two artboards. This one's 400 pixels square. This one's 2800 by 1600, so it fits 4 by 7. I explained that in the prior video. Now I'm going to hit Command tilde. The tilde key is right above Tab. Command Tab switches applications. Command tilde cycles through open windows. Open documents in Illustrator, open windows in other applications. So for right now, to make this, we're going to start with just the background, 2800 by 1600. I'm going to hit Command tilde, and if I hit Command N to open up a new document, what I did is I clicked on Web and then made a new document that was 2800 by 1600, and I got RGB 72. For us, we always start in Web, and that's where we set our custom document. And I'm just going to close that. And what we want is to get the rectangle tool. But we don't want to draw a rectangle that's black and white like this. We can set the black, the stroke, to none. And then as far as the fill goes, why not come over to our swatches panel and we want to use color harmonies in the future. But for right now, if you haven't got color harmonies set up, the web colors that show up in the swatches panel down at the bottom will work fine for us. So we click on that to select that color group, and we'll just click on that blue to select one color. We'll use these first 4 colors in order to make this. And with the rectangle tool, we want something that's 200 pixels square, because if you remember over here, that's 200, that's 200, that makes 400 by 400. So we're going to add 4 squares and then drop a circle in on top of them. So instead of drawing, we're just going to click, and set the width and height to 200 pixels square and click OK. Then get the selection tool, select this. We can move it anywhere. You know, we can move it up into this 0, 0 up in the corner. Probably a great place to start. And then we could option drag it out, but I want to show you something else that really is useful when you've worked out your design on paper and you know where things need to be. That is really a great designer's tool, is to be able to work and plan in advance. I'm going to hit Return, which brings up the Move dialog box. And it just shows us the last setting. That's the last move I made when I drug it up in the corner. I want to move this horizontal 200 pixels. Hit Tab. I want to move it vertical 0 pixels. Hit Tab. If preview's not on, turn it on and click Copy. Then I can select both of these and hit Return, and I want to move it horizontal 0 pixels, Tab 200. And you might think, whoa, Command Z. I forgot to click Copy, right? So horizontal 0, 200, and click Copy. You might be wondering, why didn't I just drag it out? Because there's going to be other times, say you want to make a checkerboard. You put a black square right there, and then you don't move it 200, you move it 400. And then 400 again. And you only have to do that move once, and then you can duplicate it. Remember? Command D, do it again, do it again. So you start thinking in advance, and you start putting these skills together that you need to practice, right? And then you can start doing really cool stuff. Now, what I want to do is add a circle to this. And we get the ellipse tool. And we're going to come out here and find that exact center. Well, why don't we just do it over here so we can use the align tools and learn that skill a little more. So I'm going to hold down Option just to draw from the center. And instead of 200 by 200, let's go 300 by 300. So it's a circle that's bigger than an individual square. And then in order to center this right here in these objects, we need to do a couple things. Number one is select these and group them. Remember the shortcut, Command G? That's now a single object. And then I want to select both. I can click and drag, or with this selected, I can just hold down Shift and click this to get both of these. And then I want to make this the key object. And then center it and center it. And now this circle is on top. And you're saying, well, I can't see anything. You know, Scotch, why don't you make those different colors? What we're interested in right now are the paths. And I'm going to zoom in on this so we can see this more easily. And we want to make this something called a live paint group. And I'm going to come back. This setup is important. I want to stop here and come back with a new video because the live paint group, a lot of stuff going on. It's so useful. There's so many different ways to use this, and you really want to wrap your head around it. So these little basic skills, which may seem so simplistic, and Scotch, I got it. Practice it. I want you to have it completely. But we got a problem here. Anybody know what it is? This is grouped. I don't want this grouped. What's the shortcut? What I just hit? You saw that. Now we have 5 individual, independent objects. But because of the overlap, when you look at this, we have 8 independent objects if we tell Illustrator to make it so.